I'm Guido Nguanzo, your village clerk. Since the village's incorporation in 1996, village officials have worked diligently to build infrastructure and establish services that residents can be proud of. The village has produced this video to highlight a few of these accomplishments, to hear from the village's founding officials, and more importantly, to hear from you, the residents of Pinecrest. Let's take a look.
Looking back on the incorporation of the village of Pinecrest in 1996, the first mayor reflects on building a sense of community.
Prior to incorporation, this was an anonymous suburb. We had some history because it's an old part of the county, and it was settled in the late 40s, and many of the homes were still of that vintage, and even some of the people were of that vintage. But it was still just Kendall. It had no name, it had no identification. People moved because of the schools. They moved because they wanted to have a rural feeling in the neighborhood. I think that when we went to sell incorporation, we focused on law enforcement and zoning control and local input on decisions. But the most surprising result of the whole thing was that once we were a city, people had this incredible sense of living somewhere. They now lived in Pinecrest, and they identified with the city, and they had a sense of place. They had a sense of community. They touted Pinecrest to other people. People said, "Oh, we're moving to Pinecrest." And that sense of taking an anonymous, undefined area with no sense of itself and bringing it to a point where people know exactly where it is, have a mental picture of it. We're now doing a historical museum. We're doing other things that mark our place in the history of Dade County.
8 years later, there are many Pinecrest traditions, including the annual picnic.
This is a wonderful facility for our community and for the county. It's a joint effort between Dade County, the state of Florida, and the village of Pinecrest to preserve this resource for the future.
These days, residents enjoy life in Pinecrest more than ever, as hundreds join in the annual village picnic. This traditional event evolved over the years from a parade to an all-out festival. They come to celebrate with family, friends, and neighbors amidst the lush tropical beauty of the community's signature park, magnificent Pinecrest Gardens.
It's events like this, for sure, because this is one of the most beautiful spots, I feel, in Dade County. We have some of the most beautiful plants that'll grow in this area, and it's so well kept and so beautiful. And I've lived here since 1972, and I can't think of another place that I would rather live than in Pinecrest.
It's a totally magic place. I swear, I've been here for 50 years. And I've loved every minute of it through right this minute. And the fact that the city of Pinecrest thought highly enough to save this piece of property and turn it into a community event makes my heart feel good.
A drive through the 8+ square miles of the village of Pinecrest proves that the quality of life makes this community among the best places to live anywhere. It's well known as a great place to raise a family. You can easily find your way in Pinecrest. Just look for the distinctive street signs. Much of its appeal is attributed to the natural beauty of stunning, well-cared-for homes, tree-lined streets, spacious yards, excellent area schools, incredible park facilities, and recreation galore. Plus its nationally accredited police department.
Well, it's much more responsive, I think, than we had with the county, and people appreciate the fact that they can contact someone who'll get something done, as opposed to languishing somewhere in the phone line trying to get a hold of someone. I think people are very happy with the improvements to the infrastructure. New roads, new street signs. Everyone has refurbished their houses. I think if you go around the area, you'll see everything is getting refurbished and being made nicer and nicer.
It's actually a great community. Since we've incorporated, the parks have just gone crazy. We've got all sorts of areas where you can just go and enjoy yourself, to where something like similar right here, to where you can just come and it's leisure, and there's a place to take kids and ballparks. I really got to say that you know, the amenities for the kids and stuff like that, the schools, excellent. The overall businesses and the tie of the business together.
Just south of downtown Miami and Miami International Airport, businesses line the village's commercial corridor on US 1. Residents have convenient access to nearly every type of service, retail stores and restaurants. Pinecrest is governed by a 5-member village council and operates under the council-manager form of government.
I think we're blessed with a great staff. We have 134 full-time employees and about 29 part-time people. And our biggest department, obviously, is our police department, followed by our building and planning. And we have a very high caliber of employee. We demand that our employees accept our philosophy, and that's providing good customer service. We do customer service training on a regular basis to make sure that we're meeting those goals. And our people come to work with a smile on their face. They enjoy coming to the job, and that reflects on how they deal with the public.
I just got done building a new house here, and I did it without a contractor. I did it myself, and I expected to have the normal bureaucratic wranglings of a building and zoning department here. And what I got was a department that really wanted to help and helped me get through that process. I got a building official that was genuinely interested in helping me make sure that that project was completed well and successfully, and it was. It's been a great experience building here in Pinecrest.
Whether it's a visit to Village Hall for assistance or a request or question by phone, Village staff is ready to help. Professionalism comes first, as workers diligently endeavor to keep each other and every aspect of our government running smoothly and cost-effectively. Throughout the village, Pinecrest police keep a vigilant presence, making our community a safe place to live. Public works crews strive to keep Pinecrest polished and looking its best. All new construction projects, remodeling, and renovations come under the careful scrutiny of our building and planning department. Prompt responses maintain a high level of satisfaction from residents. All of our parks are popular places to play in, to compete in, and to stroll in, or simply relax in. And preserving them in top condition takes plenty of effort and care.
The reason that my husband and I decided to move here was because we had 2 small daughters at the time, and we felt there was a sense of community here. Especially, we really liked the schools. There were good parks, there were good programs for children, and that's the reason that we initially moved here. Since then, Pinecrest has really flourished.
I'm certain that the safety of our community is not just the dream I hold for myself, but it's still a very, very important thing for many people who live in this community, and we all cherish being residents for 35 or 40 years and looking back and saying, I walk my dog at 9 o'clock at night and I don't think twice. So I'm certain that those are the accomplishments that we will make in the future. We will be that shining star community, not just because we want to be, but because I have looked in the eyes of my fellow council members and the mayor, of our staff, and everybody puts that extra hour in. It's because they demand it of themselves and they enjoy doing it, and they wouldn't do the job any differently. And I think that's a great example for leadership in any community over the years, and I hope the next generation follows suit, and I'm certain they will.
I think for a community of this affluence, we do a remarkable job protecting it. We've had 6 consecutive years of crime reduction. Our Part 1 crimes are about as low as I think we can ever expect them to get. So I think we do an excellent job of protecting the community. We also do a good job of relating to them. We have a wonderful staff of officers and employees. Our dispatchers are non-sworn folks. They're all very sincerely interested in the welfare of the community, and they do their best to meet or exceed their expectations.
The Pinecrest Police Department is a full-service, community-oriented police agency. It has a history of incorporating emerging technologies to enhance public safety services. New in-car e-ticketing technology facilitates the issuing of traffic citations. Additionally, there are video cameras and radar units in each patrol vehicle. Also, all marked patrol cars have installed defibrillators in order to provide life-saving response within minutes anywhere in the community. Among the duties for the sworn officers and the department's civilian staffers: school resource officers, the Drug Abuse Resistance Education DARE program, police explorers, community service aides, crossing guards, internal affairs, dispatching, records, crime prevention and crime scene investigations, honor guard unit, uniform patrol, bike patrol, K-9 units, detective bureau, and the police administration division. It operates its own 911 emergency operations center.
Well, we feel like it's safe to be out day and night, and we live in a nice quiet cul-de-sac where they can go out and play and don't have to worry about traffic, and we hear the schools are great, and that'll be coming soon enough.
There's no question that the team accomplished a lot. But I guess my fondest memories were sitting in Pinecrest Elementary School in chairs that were meant for first and third graders, which I thought it instilled a certain level of humility that we needed to maintain over a period of years as elected officials, which I think a great number of politicians don't usually maintain. And I for one, was much in favor of continuing to meet in the library of Pinecrest Elementary School, sitting on those chairs, so we'd continue to remember what we really were, which is just elected officials filling a space of several years to do our responsibilities and move on and let somebody else take our place. We stayed humble in a lot of ways, and that was good. We built facilities that really were multi-purpose. This is not a council chamber. This room we're in now is a room that has multiple uses for a lot of people in the community.
Pinecrest schools are top-rated and are singled out as the best in Miami-Dade County.
Schools are quite fine. We have elementary school, middle school, and high school. And being part of the PTA, I have wonderful parents, both moms and dads, and the goal is to involve more fathers. But there is a sense where the schools, since they graduate from one and go to the other, that parents know each other.
Pinecrest is home to many religious institutions, providing a wide range of opportunities for residents to worship in the place of their choice.
Thank you all very much. Thank you for providing us an opportunity to explain.
Village Council members generally meet the second Tuesday of each month at Pinecrest Park. Those meetings will move to the new Pinecrest Municipal Center. The council is the legislative body of the village and determines policy, adopts the budget, and makes laws.
When I moved here, before Pinecrest was Pinecrest, I thought it was quite unusual as I'm driving around and some of my vehicles, people always wanted to know, well, who was I, you know, what athletic team did I play for, or, you know, different things like that. And now, you know, oh, they know, oh, that's Mr. Bo, that's the Pinecrest guy, or whatever. He's the one, you know, that you need to tell something, you know, or they'll stop me, or, you know, on the street if I'm riding my bike, and they'll tell me, you know, good things, they'll tell me bad things. They'll come and ring my doorbell. You know, we're right here locally. You know, they definitely know how to reach us, and I think that's the greatest thing about it, that they know that they could, you know, we're easily accessible, and at the same time, when they ask for something directly with an elected official, they do get a response, and not just maybe a push to the side, or maybe that, you know, nothing will actually happen. They know that they can get to us, and we do take action.
Pinecrest boasts many types of parks, from simple natural areas to sports and recreational complexes. Future improvements focus on developing Pinecrest Gardens as the cultural, recreational, environmental, and educational hub of activity in the village. These improvements, scheduled for 2004 through 2006, include the construction and development of a community center and renovations to the historic buildings. A joint partnership with the Miami-Dade Library System for the establishment of the Pinecrest branch of the library system, adjacent to the new community center, and the development of additional recreational areas.
And the work continues. Additional information about the Village of Pinecrest is available online at www.pinecrest-fl.gov. On behalf of the Mayor, Village Council, Village Manager, and entire staff, I'm Guido Nguanzo. Thanks for your time.